These allegations of manipulating crime statistics has been around for quite some time now. It was back on May 22nd that the D.C. Police Union actually put out a press release and made that allegation. Then News 4 began to look into it. And we broadcast and published our own story back on July 18th. And now we've learned the Justice Department has launched its own investigation. Last month, News 4 first reported that MPD Commander Michael Pulliam had been placed on paid administrative leave, accused of manipulating crime data in the 3rd District. Pulliam denies the allegations. In that same report, the chairman of the D.C. Police Union, Greg Pemberton, said the manipulation of crime data was common in the department and done to make it appear violent crime was lower than it actually is.
When our members respond to the scene of a felony offense where there is a victim reporting that a felony occurred, inevitably there will be a lieutenant or a captain that will show up on that scene and direct those members to take a report for a lesser offense. So instead of taking a report for a shooting or a stabbing or a carjacking, they will order that officer to take a report for a theft or an injured person to the hospital or a felony assault, which is not the same type of classification.
Pemberton said when the classifications are changed, they are not reflected in the violent crime statistics. At the time of our initial report, D.C. crime data shows violent crime was down 26% when compared to the same time last year, and overall crime was down 8%. Our report caught the attention of President Trump, who mentioned it at his news conference a week ago Monday, and last night posted to Truth Social that the D.C. Police Department was under serious investigation. But in an interview last week with News 4's Mark Seagraves, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser said the D.C. Police Internal Affairs investigation into changing crime stats was only focused on Commander Pulliam.
I think that what Paul's reporting revealed is that the chief of police had concerns about one commander, investigated all 7 districts, and verified that the concern was with one person. So we are completing that investigation.
The mayor's office today declined to comment on the new federal investigation being conducted by the U.S. Attorney's Office.
Jerry Lauga.
Now, this story is quite fluid at the moment, as you can imagine. We've been reaching out to several people trying to get some comment. I did reach out to Chief Smith. She has not responded so far. And also reached out to Greg Pemberton, the chairman of the police union. He has also not responded to a request for comment. So at this point, we're still trying to get a little bit more information as to what's going on with this investigation and how MPD may be responding to it.
And Paul, we know that you mentioned about Chief Smith. She did not want to go on camera, but you did speak to her at length and give you a statement. What did she tell you?
Yeah, back on July 18th, the chief came to the television station. I sat down and I interviewed her for about an hour. It was on the record, but she didn't want to go on camera. And afterwards, she instead decided to give us a statement. I'm quoting now from this statement that she gave us at the time. She says, "I do not condone any official reclassifying criminal offenses outside the guidelines set in MPD policy. Any allegation of this behavior will be dealt with through an internal process." So that's what she said at the time. It's curious to know how she's responding to this information now, today. We're still working on that.
All right, a lot more questions to be answered. Paul Wagner live for us tonight. Paul, thank you.